So look, you got a guy like this, and everybody knows who's good at grappling, whether it's judo, sambo, submission grappling, whatever. He knows if I get my hooks in with my legs, he's in trouble, a lot of trouble. Okay, so a lot of guys are really good about, you know, shrimping up or curling up, and you know, you can't get it in. You can't get a hook in. Well, you can get a hook in. So if you can't use your feet, use your hands. Okay, control with your hands. You know, that's where wrist rides are really good, knowing how to control, manipulate his wrist and control him. Then you can open him up and get a hook in with your feet. But you know, and if you can't even, if you can't get your feet in, you can still flatten them out and beat the heck out of him with a wrist ride and set him up for an arm lock or a choke or whatever. So let's look at this. So he's very good. You know, I've tried to hook it in there. He's just not doing it. He's peeling everything off. Okay, fine. Well, at this point, I'm going to keep my ride position. Okay, I'm going to keep control here. But now, when I'm doing this, I'm going to start fishing in with my hands. Okay, I'm going to swim in here, and I'm going to catch a wrist. It's usually a lot easier to catch a wrist. Wouldn't you say that when you got a good grappler on, especially he's had a lot of wrestling, you know? So you can't get, so catch your wrist and there you go, you got your ride. You got a wrist ride, okay? There are a lot of things you can do beating him up with a wrist, okay? One thing, I'm going to turn him in a second. I'm going to have Derek do this with Vlad. And what we're going to do, I'm going to take this wrist, and I'm not even going to have my hooks in at this point. See how I'm controlling? Guys, remember, I'm with my knees, I'm squeezing in, I'm trapping him with my knees in the ride. And this side and this wrist, I did that on purpose because if I block this knee, I want that wrist in this particular move I'm going to do, okay? Because I'm going to roll him this direction. I'm going to roll him over, get him into a seated rodeo ride, then I can get my legs in and start beating him up, okay? Now, if you're strong enough, you may just one hand is all you need on the wrist. Kind of lift up. Can everybody see that, the wrist, just to tie it? But a lot of times, you may have to come in and catch a double 2-on-1 wrist. So it's like this. See that 2-on-1 here? And trap it. Okay. Now you have your options. Now I can do this and I can roll them that way. I've found through the years that when I do my near wrist catch here, that's kind of my anchor. The other one I'll come up and trap upside, so like this, kind of like a baseball bat. Okay. And by doing that, I can pull them better. And when I pull them over. So what I want to do, I want to roll him over that direction, so he'll do a lot better than me because I don't roll so good anymore. But I'm going to roll him over, and as I do that, I chop in with my knee on his knee, and I'm just going to roll him over onto the buttocks. Wham! There we go. And I've tied him up, and I can start getting my hooks in, and I can start going. Start working a move. I'll have him do that. He's good at it. So watch here. He's got the ride going. He can't get his feet in. He can't get those hooks in. The guy's just not buying it, okay? All right, so you're going to okay. So he's going to sink the near wrist. Now see, that's the same side he's got it blocked there. Now he's going to roll over in that direction. As he rolls over, okay, Sandy, you might want to come on back around here. Now we got a nice seated rodeo ride. And now he can get his hooks in real good. And now I can start working the move. That's what I ultimately want. I want to get where I can control him. I want to get him in a ride with my feet. My feet are a lot stronger than his arms. But I've got to get him there first. So in this case, I don't get my hooks in with my legs. I get my hooks in with my hands. There we go. Now I can start working him over. That really does work. That near wrist ride works. Now again, you double up like this, or sometimes just get one hand. That's me fine. Or palm up, palm down. And it helps lift them. It helps lift them. That's just a real simple move, but good grappling, good newaza, good ground fighting, good standing, anything. It's simplicity done to the extreme, done with good skill, and that's what it is, just work skill. I'd say get good at right side, left side at this. Everybody will have a preference, but let's try to get ambidextrous, okay? We'll work on that a bit. We got another move to work on. He's got Vlad's back. I'm not going anywhere because he's keeping him there. Look at this double wrist. He's tied him up real quick. Look, see that? See that? Go ahead. Good tie up there. Trap against the arm. Everything's there. Derek has time now to work, so don't get in a hurry. You know, like the old coach used to say, take your time, but do it in a hurry. Well, in other words, be efficient in your movements from here. Okay. Derek knows he's winning. He's got hooks in. Everything's there. Now he can start working what he wants. Now, if he wants to choke, fine. If he wants to like shift him over into a pin situation, fine. Let's say he wants to go for the juji. You know, all roads lead to juji, right? So we like to think that anyway. So now he's going to start working. So he's going to very methodically, he's tied him up. Now he's going to very methodically start working him toward that Juji Gatame. So he's just going to start your move. How do you want to set him up?
So we're going to start with the more flexible version of it. Okay, we're going to put your foot in the back of his hip or his butt. This is the way that Steve showed me how to do it first, so we're going to start there.
The guys, the reason he's doing it, everybody look at this. See this foot here in the buttocks? That's a prop. It's almost like a foot prop, like a judo throw. Okay? So that's why he's doing it. So he's going to help. Watch what he does.
Okay? And then immediately we're just going to put our other foot up over here and hook that hip. Okay? If you can't immediately get there, don't worry about it. We're going to push back with that foot. Okay? This hook will still stay there, whichever position it's going to be in, but then you push with the prop foot.
Let me just point this out, guys, because he's doing a great job. I don't want to keep interrupting, but he's using his feet like they're hands. If you think of your feet that way to manipulate with them, you're going to really control them. So look how he's really controlling here. Okay, that's a point.
Okay. So now what I've done by pushing myself back is I've given myself enough space to just let him down easily. So I'm going to hook up, and you can half him if you want. If you don't like doing that, you want to be nice about it, you just underhook. Okay. But I like to half. Okay. And then as soon as I get that, I'm just going to kick this leg wide and then guide him down. Okay? And everybody always asks me, well, what if he tries to sit up while you're doing that? Okay, usually when I'm here, they're trying so hard to get that way, okay? It doesn't even really matter, okay? We're going to pull him up here with the half, and find out that he's off balance, he just falls right there, okay? And if he does try and sit up, okay, you just half him back down, catch the arm, sit back.
So remember, you're winning. You've got time to move. You don't have all the time in the world, but be efficient with it. But you've got a lot more time than he has. He's in trouble. He knows he's in trouble. You've got his back. You're in control. Okay? So can you do it one more time? Then just he's rolled him over. Got all that stuff.
Okay, we're through here. We're gonna post there. Hook. Scoot back a little bit. Get my half. Down he goes.
This works great with jackets, where jacket sports, gi sports, judo, sambo, jiu-jitsu, but also works great no gi because he's sweaty. Mm-hmm. He's sweaty, and you can manipulate a lot easier if it's a no gi situation, like MMA, combat wrestling, whatever, submission.